Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers in search of creative teaching strategies. This week, I'm thinking about those moments when the system collapses. Your toddler wakes up at 3 a.m. and stays awake until 7. Your careful planning for a poetry slam explodes when you feel that sore throat lurking the day before, and you get one of those icky awful chills on your way out to the parking lot. Your partner has to work overtime when you were counting on him to do dinner and bedtime while you graded 100 papers and prepped for the next day. Today's one of those days for me, with my partner on an international work trip with his students, as what everyone is guessing is norovirus has hit our community and my household. Just before my daughter's winter concert, my elaborately planned community cookie exchange, and my son's golden birthday. As we say in Minnesota, oofda. So without further ado, I want to share 3 free resources I've created for you that you can use at times like this, when all else fails. Don't worry, I'll drop links to grab them all in the show notes. First of all, there's the one-pager templates, my old faithful, that's now in use in over 10,000 classrooms. You can bust these out and modify them to suit pretty much whatever you're reading. The specific directions guide students in how to represent their text through imagery, quotations, and analysis on the template, taking away that fear of the blank page. A little creative constraint in this case paves the way for students to share their top takeaways and make connections beyond the page, giving even your art-weariest students a chance to succeed with this colorful, creative reading reflection. Next, there's the Book Face Challenge. This fun activity will promote your reading culture, and all you need to prepare are books. Have you seen the hashtag BookFace flood on Instagram in recent years? The idea is pretty simple. You find a book with a picture of a face on it. Then you find a way to recreate the scenery, the imagery featured on the cover. Then you find a partner and take a picture of the cover with the face in the book shown over your face or your partner's face in the same scenery that's shown on the book cover. And you get this blend where it looks like the book is actually part of the photo, and it's confusing. Where's the line? The person on the book, the person in the photo. It's really hard to describe, but it's so cool to see. I created a bunch of examples and a quick guide so your students can easily try it on a fun lesson day. If you're having a ridiculously stressful week, a day setting up book face photos with your students and then showcasing them in a big display can help, at least a little bit. Finally, there's blackout poetry. If you haven't tried this yet, take this podcast as your sign. Download the free guide, put some old books in a corner of your classroom, and keep this activity handy for the next time all else fails. For blackout poetry, students choose words on a page to arrange into a poem. Then doodle around the words and black out everything but the doodle and the chosen words. Well, okay, that's a bit of an oversimplification, but that's why I made you the guide. This project has a history of turning out amazingly well, and you can make it go with anything. You can invite students to create a blackout poem that connects with a theme from your reading, an essential question from your unit, or just let them float free with their topics. Okay, my friend, time for me to go deal with the fact that there's a lot to deal with around here. I know you know, and I hope one of these activities can help the next time you're doing the same. Remember, I'm going to link to all these free downloads in the show notes, and I'm also going to link to a fun recent collab I did with 9 other creative curriculum designers to showcase emergency subplans. If you grab these 3 from the show today and a bunch of those from the collab, you'll have a dozen or so options ready the next time things get tricky.